everyone, welcome to another interesting and exciting episode of Conversations with Omobala. To everyone that has subscribed to this platform, thank you so much. God bless you. You guys are the real deal. And if you are new on this platform, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscription button and turn on the notification bell to get informed whenever we drop new videos. Today, I have some special guests in the house. This episode is called The Men's Hangout. Yes, I know you think, yes, The Men's Hangout. So I've got some special guests in the house to help us do justice to the topic we'll be discussing today. Help me welcome my guests as they introduce themselves. Men of substance, men of timber and caliber. Men that fears God. Men that let me just allow them to introduce themselves. Over to you.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is Bosun, or Latsu Bosun.
Okay.
Short from Bosun. I'm a real estate professional. I've been around for 6-7 years.
Okay.
I think that's a little introduction.
That's good. That's good.
Hello everyone, my name is Karibo, aka Tammy. I'm a reliability engineer. I have lived in Abu Dhabi for about 4 years, and it's nice to be here.
Tammy just got married, people. My gangs. Tammy just got married. So
thank you.
Joining.
Exactly.
Wow, Collins. Okay, no problem.
All right then.
My name is Collins F.A. I'm a healthcare financial counselor. Been in Abu Dhabi for 6 years and father of 2, married to a lovely wife, and a music lover.
We call him the bishop. Yes, the bishop
shit.
In the house. Today, guys, we're going to be gisting. And we're going to be talking about men's view about some pertinent questions that has emanated from a particular movie called Acrimony. I know that most of us have seen the movie, produced, directed by the African-American Hollywood filmmaker Tyler Perry. So I know that there are some pertinent questions that erupted while everyone were watching the movie. And we're going to be discussing it from the point of view of the men today, because I realize that largely the movie is being viewed from the female angle. So we're going to be discussing the men's point of view about this movie. And also we will be discussing some questions again that some of our gang have sent in for us to discuss as well. So stay relaxed. Get your popcorn, your drinks, your wine, and let's dive into this discussion together. All right, so for those that have not seen Acrimony is just about a story of a man named Robert who has a single vision. I know the men will disagree with me, but he has only one single vision. But at the same time, he was leeching and drying off his wife, both emotionally, financially, just for him to for his dreams to come to reality. And whereas we have the wife named Melinda, she was a loving woman, but the only thing she couldn't stand is the cheating attitude or the idea of cheating from the wife. That's the storyline majorly, but as we go into it, you will get the story. Okay? So, I'm going to start with Tammy.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Tammy. Really, we've all seen the movie, right?
Exactly.
Would you say that Robert did the right thing by not doing anything for good 18 years? Good 18 years while solely watching or solely so committed to his dreams, the battery dreams.
You see, having a dream is not a problem, right? How you achieve that dream and the people that support you in achieving that dream sometimes is even more important than the dream itself.
Okay.
In the case of Acrimony, I'll give an example. I've written several professional exams in my life, even as I was working, right? I would usually wake up at 3 a.m. and read till 5, 6, for 3-4 months and then write this exam. I would sleep earlier, maybe 9 or 8:30, so that I could wake up at 3.
Okay.
A man has 3 purposes:
Okay.
to provide for his wife, to protect his wife, and to profess his love to his wife.
Good.
If he fails in any of those 3, he has failed. That is my own point of view, right? And in Robert's case, Robert failed to provide for his wife. It didn't matter if he had a dream. Yes, everyone has a dream.
Good.
But you need finances to achieve that dream. You cannot depend solely on your wife's finances to achieve your dream. I feel that is where Robert made a mistake. And permit me to say this, Robert is lazy. I would say this. The reason why I say Robert is lazy is because he saw his wife struggling.
Exactly.
And he didn't step in to support her. Even if he's working in McDonald's. Even if it's the dishwashing thing that he went to go and do. Why didn't he do it when he was married with her, to her? While he was still in the house.
True.
She would have appreciated him more. Women sort of attach emotions to things, and men are transactional.
True.
Right.
True.
The reason why her name was Melinda, right?
Yes.
The reason why Melinda was angry wasn't the money. It was her time she had invested.
Exactly.
Even if you had given her $100 million, she still wouldn't have been satisfied. Because she felt that we planned all these things together. I gave my time. I gave my emotions. And when the thing came out, I wasn't part of the enjoyment part of it. So Robert was lazy in that he could not get a job, no matter how minimum. Women don't care about how much you bring.
Yes, so we don't.
Women care about the effort you put into that thing.
Right.
Babe, this is what I have. This is what I can afford. We can do this and do that. And I can still chase my dream. It might take a bit longer. It might take 3, 4, 5 years more because I only have a limited amount of time to work on it. But at the end, I'll have my dream and I'll have my wife. That's my point.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Well, I think I'll cut Tammy here, and I'll say you're right in a way, and somehow I will still disagree in certain things you've just said now. So Robert had a dream.
Only one single dream.
One single dream. Now, so which is very, very typical of every man. Okay. Every man has a purpose and vision. They personally want to achieve.
Right.
Yes.
So no matter how lazy, get this, no matter how lazy a man is, he has that thing he's looking at. His eyes are singled on, and this is my target. This is what I want to get. And one thing he wants to see is support.
Yeah.
You know. Now, in the case of Robert, he had all the support.
Of course.
Whatever support he needed, her woman went way high and above to ensure that she gave him whatever he wanted. Even to the extent of selling the only house they have.
Yes.
How many ladies will do that these days? How many?
But that is where Robert...
I'm coming to your point. When you say Robert was lazy, so Robert did not balance between family and career.
Okay.
There was no balance between family and career. Robert knew what to do, because the same Robert picked up another job after the divorce. So now there's a point where you get to, and this I'll come to ladies. There's a point where you look at your man and you have to say no to him. I think she enabled Robert to a large. Let me come. She enabled Robert to become whom he became, because she was always there to say yes.
But because she was just a loving woman that was ready to give her all.
Love to rebuke, to say no is loving.
I want to hear
to say no. See, the fact that she's saying no doesn't mean she doesn't love Robert. There are hard ways to show love.
Of course.
Do you understand?
Yes.
See, when you keep saying yes, the day you stop saying yes doesn't mean you don't love that person. Maybe I stopped saying yes because I want you to sit up. Maybe I stopped saying yes because I want to see a change. Maybe I stopped saying yes because I want you to re-strategize.
But long suffering is part of the
Now,
adventures.
wait, I'm coming. Robert wasn't only lazy. Robert was laid back. I wouldn't call it laziness, because at the point where he got a no and a divorce, he sat up.
But you know,
So he's not lazy.
Wait,
No, he's not lazy. He's not lazy. If he can do the dishwashing, he's not lazy. He just had an enabler in his life that gave him whatever he needed. On a platter. And men don't function that way.
Okay, all right. Let me say something here. I think as men, we should, the ability to take responsibility goes a long way. If you look at Robert from the start of that movie, he came into that union, the relationship at first, with the notion that the girl had enough.
yes.
That's the foundational issue.
And the foundation has already been shaky. Because the girl, young, naive girl, she was ready to give everything. And the money was there. She was just, out of love. Women
She
will
didn't
do
set boundaries.
anything. Especially a young, naive girl. And this guy capitalized on that from the beginning, thinking that it will go on and on and on like that.
Exactly.
Now, where Robert missed it, in my own point of view, is as a man, you should be able to take responsibility. A man that felt like no matter how much your woman have as a support, if you already are inadequate to function in some areas, you feel like a failure. If you go about that mentality like, no matter what this woman has, it's an addition to whatever I'm able to. Man should be providers.
100%.
Yeah.
Right? 100%.
We should be providers, right? And if you fail in that regard from the beginning, Robert has a whole lot to give. But because of the mental space he was going into that relationship, he was way laid back. Robert is lazy. Trust me, as a man, if you know what you stand for, no matter, see, we're always saying there's no true romance without finance, right?
100%.
If your woman is providing, even the Bible says that women are what? Supporters, helpers. As a man, you are the provider. If you cannot stand on that ground and like, okay, I have a dream, everybody's does. I'll tell you what, where you are today, that was not where you started from. You know, okay, I wanted to become this tomorrow, but along the line, you have to pass through some kind of ways to get there. Does it deviate you from your dream? No. Do you have to do what you have to do to make sure that your dream comes true, and at the same time be responsible to the someone you claim you love? No.
So I think I will call that selfishness. Now, Robert was too selfish. Robert was too selfish that all he thought about was himself, and his dreams.
It still goes down to the way.
All Robert thought about was I, myself, and me. So, at the point where he had the last delivery to make, and he knew what was at stake. This is why I said his selfishness was something else I can't even deal with. And he knew what was at stake. That the only house, the only property they had was at stake. And he had just one assignment: deliver on time and come back.
Come back, yes.
Robert got a call.
That was when Prescott called, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that was where everyone in his circle realized that, come on, guy, it can't always be about you.
True.
But for me, that was Prescott and Howard. It wasn't the only company there that you could introduce the battery to. For 18 good years, you were going to that same company.
Don't forget that. See, dreams are dreams. Yeah? Regardless of what your dream is, there are some channels that you have to follow that you know that, okay, if I'm able to get myself to this point, then my dreams can be achievable. Exactly. He knew Preston were like, okay, they aligned so much with his... and
what he wanted to
as the devil will have it, his ex...
It was now the...
Oh, don't let us go. We are still going there. We are still going there.
We are not reached there.
We are not reached there. We are still going there, really.
So we are still going there. So see, he had a dream. Okay, we agree, we understand. Okay, you picked up a delivery job coming from the family. Mouths were already on you.
Yeah. After
the
18
family
years.
have put things together. They've sacrificed, though. Let's not forget.
And that was the money they were using
They've
to
sacrificed
save the house.
save the house. They've sacrificed for you. Come on, man. As a man, what else can you ask for?
I said he had only one job. Just that one job. Deliver.
Just deliver.
Just deliver and deliver on time.
And deliver on time.
But his dream is
And again,
that's selfishness. That's the height of
it's
selfishness.
And again, I'll say something here. From the outside, as individuals, it's easy for us to judge. 18 good years. This man has been running after this one thing. Trust me, if I don't know what I would do if I was in his shoes at that particular point in time. You don't know what you would do if you were in his shoes at that particular, because that call is once in a lifetime.
Yes.
They never called him. They never called him for 18 good
once
years.
in a lifetime. Now, trust me. Does that dream and the company calling him, is it is it bigger than the delivery?
That's
If that dream, if that time was his, see, things work in different way. Maybe that was the last straw for him.
You know,
I just feel like he should have done better by now this call came in.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's where the movie part comes in.
Communication is important. Communication.
Okay,
effective
they called
communication.
me, bros. If that you two, you know what's going on.
It's just one
my
call.
brother.
A call I've been waiting for 18 years. And as a man, that's not been providing.
As a man that
has not been providing.
Again, he has tried to get a job, but because of his ex-convict record,
there was something.
No. He did not even make mention of it. He did not tell Melinda about it.
Exactly.
We'll come to that part. We'll come to that part.
Man.
See, because of that ex-convict situation, that's where I said that.
Man.
You see, Robert was complicated. He went into that relationship because of what he saw there. If he had gone in for the relationship out of love and openness,
but some men are transactional.
But at the same time, see, a relationship is different from marriage. If he truly claimed he loved that lady, the way that lady has invested, he is looking at himself and what he stands to gain in that union.
That was.
But did Melinda really love?
But my question. I have another question for you.
Did Melinda love Rob?
I have another question for you.
From the start, the only money your mother left for you, you just go today, Pam. Did you see how the money was reducing?
Yes, drastically.
Do you think
he spent anything for us on herself?
No, hold on. Do you think that was love?
Well, at that their own age, then.
Do you think that was love? And I'm driving to a point.
That's one thing. That's another mistake that we people make is
women feel like they can save men. You have this. That's why you hear a lot of girls say, "Oh, I was a virgin. He took my virginity. I gave him everything. He's like this. But anyway, he will change." That's the mistake a lot of women make. They feel like they can change men. And I'll drive to this. She invested in that relationship because she felt she could gain something at the end. I'll explain. Spending all your money is like you're putting something in this guy, so that he can emotionally connect with me. It wasn't coming from the point of.
It wasn't like that, really.
That was why, and I'll tell you why I say this.
Okay.
Because in the end, she was ready to kill this same man that she said she loved.
Scorned woman.
I know she was scorned.
What did he do to her to scorn her?
Oh!
Let's analyze this. Let's analyze this.
No.
What did he do
to
scorn her? He gave her $10 million, bought the house back, compensated her for everything she had lost. Did he scorn her? He was at the divorce table. He asked her, "Don't do this."
See.
She went ahead and she did it. And at the end, she felt she had lost when she left him at the lowest point of his life, irrespective of whatsoever she thought or assumed. She left him based on what her sister was saying, calling him a bastard. And how would you allow someone call your husband a bastard in front of you? He was degraded to the lowest. Yes, at the beginning it was wrong. But towards the divorce, you could see that Robert loved her.
Repentant.
Robert was ready to sacrifice. He was ready to sacrifice.
100%.
And he begged her. He stood there and said, he cried. He said, don't do this. He signed and he left. He slept in shelters. But see, in our current dispensation today, any man you do that to, even if he has 100 million, he will even remember you.
But tell me, why would he go to the extent of giving everything he has promised Melinda to Diana? The ring, the yacht, the wedding dress.
Those were not Melinda's dreams.
If you remember, I'll tell you what. If you remember when they started, they actually went to I think they went to a park and they were looking at a very beautiful
apartment. Yes.
And who spoke?
Who spoke?
Roberts.
Bosun. Who spoke?
Roberts. No.
My ladies are not here.
What you need to know is, this guy spoke. When a man speaks that way, he's speaking from his heart.
Exactly. He spoke what he wanted.
Hey. Everything he said was not coming from as a request from the lady. It came from him that this is what I wanted. So regardless of who. Maybe you should have invited
Can I? Wait. Mola, let me just say this.
Let's hold this thought. Because we're going to go on a break. I'll be right back.
Tabruna.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching Conversations with Omobola.
Welcome back. It's still Conversations with Omobola, and I have the great men in the house, but they are giving it to me back to back, hot, and it's getting hot here. Please, Collins, you're saying something.
So I want to say this. Karibo said something that I actually picked. See, Melinda didn't just go for Robert because she loved him. Robert was very smart. Robert had an invention. And Robert sold the idea to her.
And she
sold
bought the idea.
Everything about that invention
to her.
Sold it to her. She wasn't looking at Robert.
She was looking at the
bigger picture.
She was looking at the bigger picture. She was looking at the invention.
That was when she could give her all to support him
I'm
for 18 years.
So I don't believe in your. Some people will say, okay, she believed in his dreams. She believed and she was ready to give in anything for it. Come on. So believing in his dream, does that mean she really loved him?
Two different things.
And that was where my question came.
Exactly. That's why I said I really need to explain what he was talking about so that you look at it from our perspective.
But is it possible for you not to love someone and you give your all?
Yes. Yes. 100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. Because
I can sell. Yes. That's why I have people who are in sales. Bosun is in sales.
Yeah.
He can tell you that. But so how do you sell things to people and you get them to believe whatever you're telling them?
Yes,
it's sales.
It's sales, and whatever amount you put on that property or whatever amount you put on that thing, they are ready to go all out to get it. It's not because they love Bosun. It's because they believed in Bosun and they believe in what he's telling them.
Exactly. So that's why I asked that question. Did Melinda really love Robert? Or she loved the idea of what Robert could become.
And that was why she kept on mentioning, that this was what I actually wanted. This was, how can she be living my life? She wasn't talking about us as husband and wife. Exactly. She was talking about materialism.
Okay, another thing here.
But I understand that there could be, emotions will definitely grow. Emotions will definitely grow when you believe in someone's big picture.
And you're not part of it.
It's possible.
Okay. Go on, Bosun. Sorry.
You go.
Okay. I'll give you pictures of different billionaires right now.
Good.
I'll start with Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos, when he started Amazon, was like, Amazon started as a book selling organization.
Yes.
They were selling books.
Yes.
He was making some income, right? When he and Melinda, funny enough, her name too is Melinda Gates. That's Melinda Gates' wife.
Okay.
I can't remember Jeff Bezos' wife's name. So he was making some sort of income. He was contributing to the family while still chasing his dream.
Yeah.
Right? If you look at Bill Gates, when he started Microsoft, they were married up until recently, right? There was some income coming in. You don't just chase your dream and abandon everything. Robert pushed Melinda to resentment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when resentment is worse than hate.
Yes.
Because she allowed it.
Yes.
No.
She allowed it. No. See, Melinda was an enabler, 100%. She was an enabler. I can't be given. See, for 5 years, no, for 1 year, first year, I understand. Second year, I understand. Third year, okay, I don't have it. I can't assess good jobs because I had a bad pass. Okay, okay, I understand that. Now 6 years, 7, 10, and you're still calling it support. You are an enabler.
Do you remember when Melinda was sitting with the shrink?
Yeah.
And she said, "I gave my time, my money, my virginity." Right?
Yeah.
Now, for her, it wasn't about money. She mentioned time first. Women's currency is time. It's not money. That's why women will tell you my biological clock is ticking. It's time. Time. And even if Robert would have made $75 million, which he made from that deal, and gave her 65, the fact that he was using that 10 to live the life he had planned wouldn't have still been okay with Melinda. And that's the problem. Because she failed to see it from the point of view that I'm in this marriage till death do us part. I got married to this man irrespective of my family not attending, irrespective of everybody saying this guy is stupid and he's a bastard. I still got married to him. So why leave at this time because of an assumption in which he told you that it is not true, but because you were so enraged, you never listened. You actually fought with him outside.
Of course.
You understand? Now, okay, everybody has different dynamics in their relationship. Everybody has different ways which they communicate. I blame Robert that once that lady from Prescott called him, even if he was his ex-girlfriend, even if they had something, the first thing he would have done was to say, Melinda, I got a call from Prescott. I have an interview. This babe that did this thing is now the head of Prescott.
Communication.
I know that this is how you feel towards her, but this is our chance. Let's do this thing together.
And do you think it will still go well with her?
Yes.
See.
The reason why Melinda got angry.
Communicate.
The reason why Melinda got angry was she saw the purse and she heard the information about the
was-
purse
it wasn't
from
Melinda, it was
someone
sister.
else.
No.
It was the sister.
No, this takes me to our next question. Take me to the next question. Now, it wasn't Melinda that saw the purse. It was the sisters that saw the purse
saw
in
the
the
purse.
truck. That means Robert had a meeting with Diana before
And he didn't
that day,
tell
and he didn't
Melinda.
mention it to Melinda. Now, my next question is, what role does an individual have to play when it comes to third party, friends, families, the effects that
Bosun
impact
should go.
on
I think
the marriage?
honestly, over the years, one thing that I have got to learn that we really don't do well enough as men is transparent communication.
Transparent.
Yes,
Yes,
not
the
just
keyword there.
communication.
Transparent.
You can communicate without
Exactly.
You can communicate and not be
and code some
transparent.
things inside.
Yeah?
Man.
And I'll tell you what, men, honestly, the way we are built, the way we are wired to keep things inside a lot. We don't talk. Again, men don't want to be pressured. When men don't want to be nagged. Men don't want to go deep and explain themselves and try to convince you. However, as the other party, are you creating an enabling environment for this person to talk?
Food for thought.
Are you
Food for
opening?
thought.
Are you? I mean, it's two different things. I might be willing to talk. How are you receiving it? When I'm open to tell you something, okay, I told you this thing today. How did you react to it? Would you allow me to be able to open to you the next time?
Or you use it against
Or
me
you,
when we
or
have
you
an argument.
weaponize it when there's an argument. See, transparent communication is deep.
It's deep.
And that is what, honestly, and that is what keep a whole two people together, regardless. Love is not enough. Love is not enough at all.
It's not loud.
Is he
So I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I have been a victim of lack of communication. And I've learned over the years that, listen, regardless of how it is, speak out your mind, because at the end of the day, it will come back to you. And even if you meant well inside of you that I want to avoid trouble, I want to avoid this person from raging, I don't want this person to start doubting me. At the end of the day, if this thing now comes out, you have no defense for yourself.
So
I feel when Robert immediately Robert found out, not even before but during when they found the pause, immediately
meeting
Robert
was called.
found out that his ex was what? Let's say the head or the broker in this thing.
Yes.
I feel like he should have spoken. However, what was the situation at home? The situation at that time, let me tell you what, family has already come into the whole matter.
Yes.
They're already in Melinda's head.
No, but see, the situation at home is no excuse.
Bro, let me tell you
Let me
something.
tell you why. Let me tell you why the situation is no excuse. Because he still had the attention of his wife. He still had the attention of Melinda.
Yoruba used to say something.
It was the post that broke the camel's back.
Yes, he still had the attention.
He
So
still had
he still had the
Let me
attention.
tell you
So
something.
Yeah.
He has the attention.
Your transparent
You
communication.
guys-
Hold on.
he has the
You
attention.
guys are mistaking something here.
He has the attention.
Robert and Melinda were quarreling.
They
at
were
that time,
quarreling at that
call
time.
came
That's
in.
what I'm saying. That was what I was
You
going to say.
remember when the sisters came to the house,
Yeah.
and the elder sister was talking to them, and Robert said
You
something to
did
Melinda.
you did
He said,
not-
"You did
you
not
did not
defend me."
Defend me.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
true.
So that's why I
They
said-
were quarreling.
True.
What was the situation back home?
Exactly. They were quarreling.
Is the environment back home enabling enough to have that kind of talk? Let me tell you something. A broke man.
And I don't blame Robert there.
A broke man. A broke man. You have already lost yourself. Especially when it now comes to the partner's family. You already lost yourself. Yoruba used to say it in Yoruba that fairly on down, meaning that we don't want you in the city. You are the one saying we should sing. No. It's already tensed. Melinda was already leaning towards her family.
Exactly.
But that was what But
Exactly.
when we were dating, Melinda was always covering up for him. She was always defending him in
That's the
front of
enabling
the
part.
That
sister.
was-
She did not defend.
When they were dating.
Yes, and I'll explain. When the sisters came in and saw her wearing some socks to go somewhere and said, "Oh, you're going to see this guy again," said, "Hey, he's my boyfriend, and I think you should accept him." There was no stance to say, "Please, you have your life. Allow me date who I want to date."
Exactly.
He might be the worst person in the world, but that's my man you're talking to.
See, one thing that really messed Melinda up was this. No matter how bad your
Robert was.
relationship is, keep families away as much as you can.
Because finally she blamed the family. She said
I'll
the
tell you
family,
what.
the family was the cause of her woes.
Keep
Finally,
because at
it
the
backfired.
At the end of, they always say there's marriage and there's wedding. Family is there during wedding. They are not there during marriage.
100%. I agree.
Marriage, wedding ends when everybody goes home.
home, yeah.
Marriage starts when it's just the two of you. The moment you expose yourself to external, especially family, family will do anything to protect their own.
So the sister was protecting
Family
exactly.
will do anything to protect their own, be it in the right way or in the negative way.
So, Bosun.
And they were always
so
bringing
if-
her
And they were
see,
always bring
They were bringing her ex into the picture, even while they were still dating.
Can I say this? Can I say this? Sorry, Bosun. But I can see if we come from a cultural background where when you get married from a certain family, you're seen as part of that family. You're seen as a son or a daughter. Now, if I will relate this to this case we're talking about, I should see the sister go to what's his name? Robert. To say, guy, what's up? If your family members if you don't have a relationship with your spouse's siblings and you don't see them as your family, then there's a problem.
Bro, yes, I agree with you.
I'm coming.
Problem. Okay.
Because if there was a relationship, regardless, at this point, the family is saying, come, we can rescue this. You guys can make this work. You guys can still bounce back. They are showing support.
They were doing it because of Melinda.
Yes, I understand. However, Robert is still in the picture.
Doing it because of the marriage.
However, Robert is still in the picture, and he's married to Melinda.
I'm saying that
so I can do anything. Invariably, I'm saving both of them, whether you agree or not.
Do you think they will do that if Robert was not in the picture? Do you think they would do that if their sister
was married to
someone? That ex they were bringing in.
See, at that point, they were doing it. See, let me tell you something. From the start, they've been against Robert. From the start.
Yes.
Even when he came to the funeral.
They said, you can marry a bad wife. You cannot have a bad in-law. You can marry a bad wife, but a bad in-law. So
you're saying that they played a role in
they
in
played
all this.
a role in they were actually looking out
major role
for their own, which every family will do. However, you can do it in the right way and you can do it in the wrong way. A lot of people allow emotions to get into the way when it comes to talking about the marriage.
See,
but the onus is on Melinda. The onus is on Melinda to either take the advice or not.
See,
I feel that's my own.
At that point, when you are in the midst of a very bad situation, do you actually think straight sometimes?
I agree with him.
No.
Let's
see. Let's us be say it is easy for us to judge from the outside. Honestly, nobody was in Melinda's shoes. She's done a lot. That lady did everything.
She even lost her womb.
Think about that. Now, but they always say something again. They say something again. Melinda saw the signs.
When they were dating,
she saw the signs.
So it gets back to the foundation issues
that I said from the beginning.
The foundational issue. So I'm dating a guy. I believe in you. So that's why I said Melinda didn't just believe in this guy. Didn't just love this guy. There was
she
something.
Was looking at the end game.
Thank you, my brother.
There was something at the end game.
Let me ask another.
Because I caught this guy. I caught this guy with another babe. You understand? Doing the do. You know. And I'm still saying, oh, come on. I'm even defending him in front of my sister.
Another thing is, sorry, Tammy. Another thing is, she caught him once.
And that was before marriage.
Before marriage. People make mistakes. People make mistakes. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry only matters when your reaction after the I'm sorry's is different from what happened that made you say sorry. I'm sorry becomes useless if you do it again. What Melinda saw after that cheating propelled her to go forward.
Did she really forgive him?
Did she now really forgive him? That is very, very important.
But he never did it again.
He never did.
He never did it again.
He
but
never
did she?
But
that thing was already here.
So she never forgave him.
She never.
So are we trying to? Are we saying women? Wait, Mobola.
Women.
Mobola. How difficult it is for a woman to forgive?
Collins, if I am cheated on, I can forgive, but scenarios would pop up that would make me remember.
Yes.
And once I remember, I would feel that resentment.
Yes. That is very, very true. You feel that resentment, and again, every situation around you becomes a suspect.
Exactly.
So why I asked that question, because forgiveness is a process.
It is.
It is.
Forgiveness takes time.
Yes,
We cannot forget.
But it's
and
difficult.
no,
and that's why we need
and
to-
how you forgive. It's not. I can't determine how you forgive me. The problem we have sometimes is that we tend to force people to forgive us the way we want them or the way we feel. I've said I'm sorry. It should end there.
Another
Collins,
thing, yeah.
Collins, wait. Before you go there,
I said I'm sorry. No,
see.
Karibo, wait. I said I'm sorry. It should end there. But no, you said something. You said situation propels certain things that still brings that thought. You know, I might say I've
especially
forgiven
something-
you.
especially something as grievous as,
grievous as-
losing
okay.
your womb.
Okay.
Yes.
Exactly.
I can say I've forgiven. I can say I've forgiven you. It's in our past. However, when I see certain things that makes or that reminds me of what has happened in the past, you know, that can cause a trigger. At that point, what do I do?
Collins.
Okay.
Okay. Go on, Bosun.
I want to ask a question.
I know. Answer this question first.
Okay.
At that point, what do I do?
Right.
Because
At
it
that
takes me to
point-
my next point.
It takes you at that point when you remember when situations make you go back to what has happened in the past. It still comes back to transparent communication.
Thank you, Bosun. Thank
Transparent
you.
communication. Okay.
Expressing how you feel.
Can you sit down with the partner like, listen, this is how I feel, without accusing them of what you have done in the past?
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what, talking to me.
But what's making you feel that way?
No, it's okay.
What's making you feel
I'll
that
tell you
way
what.
is something that happened in the past.
Okay, let me tell you something.
So I think it will be difficult
they say-
sometimes to.
Sometimes.
See, they said presentation of your words matters a lot. I can tell you good morning, and I say good morning. They are two different things. Yeah? If I tell you, oh, please sit down, let's talk. Honestly, this is how I'm feeling with what has happened in the past. I don't know how I will deal with it, but seriously, I'm still feeling this way. And this thing that happened is making me still feel this way. I don't know how to handle it. This is how I feel. It would be crazy of your partner to feel accused. It would be crazy of the person you're talking to feel attacked. Now, if you come and sit and I'm like, that's how you did the last time now. This is what happened last time. I don't know how I will get over itself. It's still happening. I still having the feeling. I'm still this. You're already rubbing salt
The injury.
on the injury. This person here, they said someone on the floor, fears no fall. I already knew I was wrong. I apologize for it. I tried to move on. However, you keep reminding me of my past. You keep reminding me of what effective, transparent communication goes a long way. This is how I feel. This is how I'm feeling. I'm sorry, but please, how can I help? What can I do to make things right? When a man is attacked, we will go back to our shell.
So
Even
you
if
mean
has-
when a man is attacked, you're rubbing on his ego? Is that what you're saying?
Trust me. Okay, I'll tell you what. Someone is accusing you of something continuously. Would you go about defending yourself? Or you just like, you know what? Let me keep quiet. It is what it is. Now, that keeping quiet in your own mind, even though you are the accused, resentment is entering. Slowly, because inability to express yourself as a man, killing your feelings inside as a man, is deep.
In engineering, in industrial engineering, in fact, I was saying quality, there's something called root cause analysis. And in root cause analysis, we have something called 5 whys, where you ask why. It's a very simple process. You ask why 5 times to find the root cause of why something happened. Many things are superficial until you begin to ask questions. I'll give 3 assumptions. In the first one, Melinda felt so attached to Robert because she had no father figure in her life.
Yes.
So she craved this love from this man
So badly
because she had never experienced fatherly love. All the while they were talking about mother. Her mother died. Her mother died.
Yeah.
They never spoke about the father.
The father,
True.
Where children have a rounded relationship from both fathers and mothers, they are most likely never to follow wrong men. Fathers
Most
play
likely.
a very
Vital role.
valuable role in the life of a girl child.
True.
Because that love the father would give, she can't find it outside. So she will filter until she sees something like that
And again,
and ends up with a good man.
and again, sorry to cut you. The role of a man or a father in a female child's life is very deep. You know why? Your father sees more and can call you out and put you on the right path more than
A mother.
a
mother will
mother,
do.
because a mother will attach
Emotion, sentiment.
Exactly.
A mother will attach sentiment and emotion. But a
Exactly.
father, this is why they say father is the head of the house.
You say it the way it is.
They see more.
Exactly.
The way you will handle it. Okay, if your daughter comes to cry to you about her husband is doing this and that and this and this, the mother is there. The moment if a daughter cries, let's say you call your mom as a daughter, the first thing your mother hears on the phone is your cry. That's thoughts of you crying over the phone has already overshadowed whatever the situation is. She will look beyond whatever it is. How dare that man make you cry?
Right.
That is what the mother will think of. Emotions will set in. That is how women are wired. I'm not being sexist here. But that is how they are wired. But if the father will now say, okay, come, what really happened? Tell me sincerely, what really happened?
So, I
And
think
the father
I've
will
not
now...
finished. I've not finished.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
second.
yeah,
No, continue,
yeah,
continue.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
think of
buttressing
it.
Tammy's point of the role of a father.
Father in a girl's child.
In a girl-
She craved that love of a father. That was why she craved Robert's love so much that she was ready to give everything, even her self-worth.
Exactly.
And that leads me to my second assumption. Melinda felt that there was no other person that would accept her the way she was except Robert. That was why she spent 18 years of her life with that man who clearly had a vision but had no means
No
to
means
achieve
to execute.
that
Yeah,
vision.
exactly.
And I'll tell you, when she had that accident and lost her womb, do you think it was love that pushed Melinda to marry Robert? No, it was loss of self-worth. I'm not worthy to present myself to another man except Robert.
She felt she has lost.
I mean, because this is the man I've lost so much
So
to.
much.
So I'd rather just marry him.
I owe this to him, or he owes me. He owed this to me.
Irrespective of what anybody else was going to say.
Another thing I would say is, going by what Tammy said, is the thought of begin again
Exactly.
is what kills a lot of people and make them stay in a toxic relationship.
Where will I start from?
Where
again?
will I start from? At the
I've
end of the
invested
day,
so much.
The situation will now kill you, and to start from somewhere will now be even worse than when that thought of where do I start from started.
But she tried.
She did.
No. Let's not.
Give her flowers. Give her flowers before you.
Nobody
before you
say
fire.
no.
Give her flowers.
Wait.
She overtried.
I will come back to this.
I'll tell you.
Bosun.
Yeah.
Bosun.
Yeah.
She tried. Now, in terms of self-worth, I would say she knew what she had. She had a little of. She knew herself. She knew what she wanted. Karibo. In terms of
Self-worth is different from knowing what you want.
Self-worth is different from knowing what you want.
Wait, she knew. She wasn't lost in herself. She still had. No, I'm serious.
It's
Karibo.
different. It's different.
Okay,
How
now can you?
do I see myself?
How do I see myself?
It's different from
It's different
what I
from what I
want. How do I see myself?
What I want
would determine how I present myself to other
What
people.
I want could make you settle for whatever. How you see yourself. How you see yourself will make you filter whatever comes
So
to
that
you.
is why I said
let me give you an
no.
example.
Wait, Karibo. How she saw herself, was what still propelled her to even let go on another relationship she got into?
Which the tall bald guy?
The tall bald guy.
No.
That was her ex.
That was a rebound.
That was the rebound.
No, the tall bald guy. No, wait. Let's discuss this. A tall, cute guy who was her ex came. I think the only thing she had with that guy was not playing it the way. No. Yes, she said it. Let us go there. You know what I'm talking about? She said it clear. She said it clear. She said this guy doesn't even, while they were on bed, she said this guy doesn't even play.
The biggest damage yourself.
This guy doesn't even play. This guy doesn't even play. In short, she was with the guy thinking of what Robert would do to her, or what Robert is doing to her, or would have done to her.
The biggest damage you could do to yourself is jumping out of a toxic relationship and looking to make amends with one sharply.
It's not, to add to that is see, you have been with this person for 18 years.
For 18 years. You
18 years. Whether it was toxic, whether it was good, 18 years. You know their smell. You know how they brush.
You know
everything. How do you think within a month?
A month.
You will understand.
You understand something. On that note,
the comparison that you will be doing.
We are still coming back. Don't worry, we are still coming back. On that note, we're going
it's getting hot now.
We're going to get
it's getting hot.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Keep watching. Conversations with Omobola.
Welcome back. It's hot, getting hot and hotter and hotter and hotter in there. Yeah. I was discussing some life lessons from the movie Acrimony. Really, I want to ask. I don't even know who I should ask this question.
Any one of us. It's okay. Any one of us.
Now, would you blame Melinda for getting so resentful to the point of killing Robert? Would you blame her?
Okay. Let me step in there. Melinda had anger issues.
Yes.
Right? Now, somehow within their relationship, these things hadn't popped up because there was nothing to push her to that limit. And like I said, women are emotional. Now, add anger to that. The reason why Melinda shot Robert was because if I can't have him, nobody will have him. That was why she wanted to kill him. She would have shot him and shot herself.
But would you blame her?
I blame her. And I would say this. I'll rewind the movie to when they were sitting down at that divorce hearing.
Okay.
He stood and a man with tears in his eyes told her, "Don't do this. I love you. I have loved you all this while, irrespective of anything. I love you." She refused. She signed those papers. Anything after that, I don't blame Robert. Anything after that, I don't blame Robert. Robert was kind. I won't say he was kind enough.
No, he was. He was generous.
Some people will say
he was.
After they signed those papers.
After they signed those papers, he was. He
nothing
exactly
anymore.
Robert had all it takes to say, "You called a quit. I don't have anything with you anymore. I have no business with you. We're done. We're done." But Robert went out of his way to replace the house. Robert went out of his way
to give her 10 million.
To give her 10 million. Come on. Robert was saying, regardless of what has happened, I still want to be part of your life.
And he still told her, even when he was
I still want to appreciate you because I know whatever I am today, you were part of it.
I think another thing is, if it ends, it's not a do or die.
Exactly. There was no need killing.
It's nothing. Nothing is worth committing a crime for, especially to the point of taking someone's life.
At all.
Robert might have been a man. He was generous. At that point that they signed the papers, he owed her nothing.
Nothing, absolutely.
Did you hear when the shrink was saying, "Have you heard of bipolar
disorder.
People with bipolar disorder don't know they have bipolar disorder
Until they have a situation that propels it.
Yes. And then they react in certain ways. Somebody can stay and then they flip. They'll be okay talking to you normally and then they flip because of something that triggered something in them. Right? And at that point, Melinda wasn't even ready to even hear anything. And this boils down to my root cause is there was nobody in Melinda's growing up to guide her on what she needed to know. Melinda was she had just entered college. I'm not even sure she finished college because she failed the paper.
She failed the paper, yes.
I don't even know if she finished. There was no guidance. There was no one.
No,
her mother was dead.
Karibo,
her father was unavailable.
Melinda had sisters. Wait.
Collins, you have a brother.
Wait.
Do you always listen to your brother?
Wait. Let me land. Melinda had two sisters who eventually got married.
Yeah.
Okay.
And were doing very well.
Yeah.
In their respective.
No, they weren't.
Wait.
I take husband of one.
Wait, I take that back. However, they might not be doing too well, but at least they were okay in certain.
They were pushing it.
They were pushing it. They were pushing it. Okay? So, you can't tell me, that I understand she didn't have a father figure. There was nobody to put them through life as a father. I want to still give credit to the mother because the sisters as well still kept on in their marriage till the point that they even had to be a support system to Melinda and the husband.
Do you think
and
those
Robert
sisters made the right decisions for themselves too?
No, I don't think so.
Wait. If we are to assume, we can't really tell because that storyline wasn't given.
In situations that
storyline wasn't given.
You know what? At this point, let me call my dad. I don't know who else to turn to. Let me speak to my father. Let me, as adults, we are all grown and we've seen life to a point. I'm sure there are situations that when it pops up, you feel like who is the right person to talk to? Yes, till now. I'll tell you, as I'm talking to you, the best person I speak to that will tell me my straight away the way it is my father. It doesn't mean that my mom will not show concern or will not advise. But you know what? Have you seen a situation where your father will tell you these things that we are discussing, let's discuss it and see how we go about it first before telling your mom? You know why? Because the role fathers play in our lives, the role of a father. You cannot tell me she had sisters, no. Do you listen to your brother all the time?
Bosun.
This is the exact same question.
Do you agree with what your brother tells you all the time?
What I'm saying is, I understand she didn't have a father figure.
Before I forget this point. Do you think the sisters really meant well for her? Or do you think are you sure they want to see her at the top?
They never did.
Do you think they actually meant well for her? Do you know how excited they were seeing their husband driving truck under their canopy? Being able to monitor him.
True.
Do you look at it from that point of view?
True.
See, let me tell you something. At that point, the moment the family made the husband look like you owe us, you have to be loyal to us.
Never.
That's what he expected.
But my point is, I understand where Melinda was coming from, but in terms of getting support, having whom to talk to, there are channels. I'm trying to relate it to our everyday life.
It's different from talking to the right people.
I understand. So I'm relating it to our everyday life.
Yeah.
See, there are situations that we'll find ourselves. I might not talk to anybody. I'll talk to Karibo. Why would I talk to Karibo?
Because you feel he's the right person to talk to at that time.
Not because I feel he's the right person to talk to. I might have a lot of people around me.
Okay.
Because I trust.
That means it's the right person to talk to.
Wait. There are people I feel I can talk to. Do you understand? Because on that particular matter, I trust that he should be able to see through what I'm talking about. And I'm comfortable enough. He's created a space for me, enabling environment for me to be able to open up to him and say, guy, this. Karibo is my friend. We as humans should be able to spot those people. What we're talking about here is learning points from, you understand? We should be able to cite. It mustn't be, my father might be far away. Bosun, get this. My father might be far away. I might not be able to reach him at a critical time. I need to make a particular decision.
Collins, I agree with you.
I still need support system that I feel should tell me, yeah, my man,
okay,
I think this is what I think about this situation. Collins. So if we're always saying, this is my point, if we're always saying there are things only your father, get me right, too. Get me right, too.
I understand what
you're saying. Get me right, too.
But like Tammy said, mentorship. Mentorship.
It might not be your father.
It doesn't see.
Thank you. Now you're talking. Now you're talking.
No, the reason why I said father was because we were talking about family.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. The reason why I said father was because we're talking about family. And where does they say education starts from the parents?
From the home.
From home. Mentorship starts from down. People that are able to guide you in the right way as you grow. That's what I understand as mentorship. And in that family cycle, the role of a father cannot be overemphasized. It cannot be overemphasized.
I agree.
Trust me, it cannot be overemphasized.
How many of us asked ourselves this question? Did you see any friend with Robert?
No. Not even a family member.
Not even a family member.
Yeah.
Nobody. Who came for his wedding?
Not even a family member.
Exactly.
Not even a family member.
So Melinda still had sisters.
So she saw. It goes back to the point. She saw all the what signs.
Another thing to buttress what we're saying about mentorship is even Robert himself
made mistakes.
Does he have that right mentorship growing up? Right from their school years, we never saw anybody around him.
No.
What about the professor?
Which professor was that?
Which professor?
The one he was telling Melinda was always there to help him out with his
academic work.
Yeah, with his academic work.
That's academic pursuits. That's not in school regards. No,
we're talking about someone who was actually there for him. He had time. No, what I'm saying, he was always spending time with his professor. He was always there to, tell him about the project and other things, he had to do within his life, within his circle. So we can't just rule that out, that he didn't have someone to talk to.
See, I don't know how to explain this. The role of that professor is just peripheral.
See, let me say something.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to. I'm bringing out some. I'm not.
See,
I just want to understand, child.
A lot of. Let's just say it in this way that I'm still going to stand on that point of mentorship, as you mentioned.
Yeah. You can't. It
goes a long way.
It goes a very long
we can now agree that going back to why I said what I said, your father is not the only person in your life that can actually mentor you.
That's right.
That's absolutely true.
You can create channels of people who you trust. You feel comfortable with to talk to and get advice from.
Getting the people you trust or you feel comfortable with is important, but it's really also very difficult.
So that brings me to my next point now, Bosun.
Okay.
Go ahead, Tammy.
Go ahead to this point.
Tammy, go ahead.
Trust is different from the ability to open up. a lot of my friends, not most, I'll say a lot of them, claim that Tammy is too emotional. He's very open about how he feels. And even a friend of mine was telling my wife that Tammy is so emotional. That he tells you everything. I'm like, and she's like, yeah, that's how he is. Why is it that many men don't do this?
Men.
Okay, and I'll give you the reason why. Number one, we were brought up in a society, a cultural society where men don't speak.
Right.
Men
Absolutely.
never speak.
Absolutely.
Whenever we're playing football outside, when your dad is coming home, everybody runs in
And hide themselves.
daddy is back and hide themselves. This was I think we call ourselves, was it millennial? Are we millennials? Or we're Gen Z?
No, we are millennials.
We're millennials.
We're millennials.
We're not Gen Z.
So I saw a very, very disturbing statistic that only 4% of millennials are millionaires today. Compared to 16% of baby boomers who were before us, compared to 33% of, was it baby boomers? Who was before millennials?
Who was before millennials?
Who was before millennials? So there was baby boomer, there was
baby
one,
boomer,
and then there was
Gen Z.
millennials. No, Gen Z is after millennials.
Gen Z is
Yeah.
after millennials.
I can't remember. But we
Before-
are the
After
poorest.
Gen Z, Alpha.
It's before
Most
Gen Z.
generations.
We are the poorest amongst the generations that have come before us. Why? Because we were used to listening to instructions
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and never saying anything in return.
Right. Right.
How did that affect us? Because our boys were taught to be boys. Don't cry.
Don't cry. Men don't cry.
speak. Don't talk when I'm talking. What
That
is
was
wrong
before.
with you? Don't question me. Don't do this. Our girls were taught to behave well.
Well.
Cover yourself. What's that? All that transcended into our adulthood.
What we are.
That's why we can't even speak at our workplace if something is off because we're afraid of being fired. Gen Z,
We don't
try them.
They don't care.
They'll be like, look, my mental health is very important.
They say it the way it is.
They'll say it the way it
It
is.
is what it is.
And that has grown men 20 every day globally. More than 200 men commit suicide. Statistically proven. The number of men who commit suicide have gone up in the last couple of years by more than 30%. Because even between ourselves, men, we don't talk.
Talk.
Now, why don't we talk? Root cause analysis. I love doing root causes because
Good.
it drives down to the very
It's a
problem.
foundation.
Why don't we talk? Like Bosun said, we all grew up in families. Our families never encouraged us to talk, to speak up. A child will be going through detrimental things in school, but they cannot come home and tell their
tell them,
parents because their parents will beat them that they were wrong.
Yeah. Right.
And that was the root cause. And funny enough, my dad is a doctor, but he's retired. He was always at the hospital, so I was always with my mom.
Okay.
Right? And that made me see the things women go through and made me empathetic. So my mother's emotional attributes rubbed off on me to be able to talk. When I see something.
Good.
You know,
Good.
most times people's fatherly side rub off on the children
A lot.
because this was how they saw daddy behave. My father never used to say anything. They served his food on a tray. He came back from work. He watched TV, drink beer, sleep off 5 days a week. Saturday, daddy is either doing one thing or the other.
You're absolutely
At
spot on.
the 9 years is what it takes to build your child. After that, child goes to school. Child is already in nursery school, primary school. By the time they go off to secondary school, you will not see them again. That's the end. You have 9 years to build your child. At the teenage age, they are not listening to you
At all.
They are focused on what their friends are doing. After teenage age, they are in university, you won't see them again. So you have 9 to 10 years to impact on your child. And once you don't do that, you have, in fact, see, God loaned us children. He didn't give us children, he loaned them to us. In that, when you have, how old is Alma now? 5, right?
5.
She'll be 5.
She'll be 5
in August.
You can already see Alma having conversations that we couldn't have at the age of 5.
You're right.
Serious.
You're
one.
right.
True.
You're right.
You can see Ire
Right.
having conversations
Seriously.
that we couldn't have at the age of 5.
Yeah.
Because their generation is different.
Different. Yeah.
They don't just have conversation. They have
They
they have
ask
the
questions.
boldness
The
to ask
boldness and
any
courage.
question.
Why is this?
They
Why?
ask questions. I mean,
That is why a complete home of a father, a mother, and the children is very vital. No matter how the dad is boning, is the head of the home, no matter how the mom is, that completeness impacts on the child's whole feeling of love. The way a mother loves is different. The way a father loves is different. Like I said, when you combine transactional love with emotional love, the child's ability to think rationally is increased, and the child's ability to comprehend things emotionally is also increased.
Thank you so much, Tammy. Thank you. Well, you will agree with me that this episode has been exciting, interesting, intriguing, inspiring, expository, name it. We've discussed a lot on this particular episode, but I'm going to take it back to the men because I have a particular question to ask them before we round off this particular episode. Men, taking it back to acrimony. So
I thought we were done with acrimony.
I feel
that movie is deep for women.
it's deep for us because
deep for women.
now two questions in one. Two questions
why
in
I
one.
said that because I think most of the scenes, what really the events that happened in this movie, we've really dealt with them.
No, there's a particular two you have not dealt with.
Bring it on.
Now, two questions in one as we round off this particular episode. I feel that Melinda's pain, a major pain, was because Diane came back into the picture. I need you guys to address it.
No, I think she.
Now, two questions in one. Assuming it wasn't Diana, it was somebody else.
Yeah.
Because remember what she said. This, I don't want to say the
This
word. This
girl
lady that I
again.
should have dealt with when she appeared. Now she reappeared into the scene. Now she feels that this lady is back to take this man away from me. Instead of that, I want the divorce.
If it was another lady
Now
that the purse was found in that, she will still have accused.
So
Robert.
exactly
now, two questions. The second question is: did Robert made the right call by giving her the 10 million check?
Okay.
Two questions in one.
Let me go. Let me go
As we
with the
round up
first
this
one.
particular episode.
Let me
See, you go first. So I'll keep my point.
So, if you ask me, will Melinda,
Still react
the same way if it was someone else? I'll say yes. The reason for saying yes, Melinda felt someone was living her life, the life she was meant to live, the life she has built, the life she has.
The lady has also living her life. When she saw the pause was when her boat went off.
No.
That was when she let loose the rage, the anger, the resentment in her. Because before they brought the pause to her, she wasn't reacting.
We talked
she wasn't doing anything.
talked about healing and forgiveness.
Exactly, she wasn't doing anything.
We
But
talked
because
about
that
healing.
lady was the same girl that made her lost her womb.
Melinda would have reacted that way.
Really?
Now, because listen, we talked about forgiveness and forgetting, right? Initially. So, and we said something that events will always trigger what has happened in the past.
Yeah.
Right? So that was what was playing out. regardless of the person in the picture, Melinda would have reacted that same way. Don't forget, there was already tension everywhere. So her reaction could come from any could be from anything. Either the tension, either the person, or see, you don't want your brother to be the one reporting your husband to you. That's the worst letdown.
Okay.
Do you understand what I said?
I
your brother, your family member shouldn't be the one reporting your husband that I caught him cheating.
That's what I was going to say. See, the moment that wallet was found, the family do well by just going back to
her.
No, they didn't do well.
Exactly.
They didn't do well.
And that was
why I said if there was a relationship. If there was a relationship.
They never liked him.
Exactly. If there was a relationship, they would go straight to Robert.
Out of his life.
Yeah.
Out of her life.
But that brings me a question. If you notice that the spouse of your sister or your brother is having an affair, would you tell them?
No. Would I tell my sister?
Would you tell your sister?
No.
Or
your
would
brother?
you tell
The
your
first
brother?
thing is, I don't care the kind of relationship or closeness that is between me and that's my spouse's partner. I will call that my spouse's partner first.
Good. Now we're talking.
I'll call you
That's
first.
the relationship.
Especially if you're a man. Alaye, come, let's sit down and talk.
Bros.
If it's a woman.
If it's a woman, hey, let's sit, let's talk. This is what I found out. This is what I found out. Don't try to lie to me because I have my facts. Because I respect you. Before I come to you, I must be very sure of what I'm coming to say.
But in this case, your fact might not really be a fact. It
Because
might
then
just be an assumption.
Then I will just keep. I will
In this
forever
case,
keep
there was
quiet.
nothing.
Yeah, there was nothing.
There was nothing.
In
There
this
was, I
case,
saw a pause.
okay, I found
the pause could be for anybody.
It could be for anybody. So if I found a pause in the truck, why don't I call you that? Hey, it could be for maybe one of your other distributors. It could be for anybody. Yo, I found this thing. Oh, tell me what it's all about. Not me now carrying it. They don't mean well for Melinda.
For Melinda, that's it.
Finish.
Because they were out there to destroy that marriage. They wanted their sister out of that guy's life.
There was no relationship.
There was no
between Robert
from the
and from the
beginning,
get-go.
from the
There was no
beginning.
relationship between Robert and the family.
Anytime this guy comes to see her, even when she got out of hospital, and this guy came to their house, they didn't want him to see her.
He's coming to lie to you.
Yeah, it was broken from the start.
Yeah.
Melinda pushed on. Now, it now brings me back to this one, that if you choose to stay with the partner regardless of the family and everything, deal with it.
That's
But I think I would say Robert was emotionally abused by the family. Yes. No. See, you don't know what that guy has gone through.
My brother Collins. You don't know. You have not
You
experienced
have not
a man who has no money. You have in-laws that have money.
That's what I'm saying. That guy was dealt with.
It's not just Robert.
That guy was seeing hell.
It could be
don't
anybody.
understand.
See,
It could be
that's
anybody.
why I always I like say this. You're not marrying just the girl or just the guy. You're marrying the whole family.
Yes.
Because in your lowest point, family should be family. It should be there
Exactly.
for you. But in our African culture nowadays, if a man is not seen as a man who has money, there is a 99% tendency that he could be disrespected by his in-laws.
Yes.
No. Wait. Let's see. This is another broad topic, and we can stress on this. Omobola, let me say this is relative to the person we're talking about. Attitude, courage, confidence, knowing who you are. See, money is not, even in Africa, money is not, I've seen situations.
It's not just Africa.
Easy.
Because see, okay,
If
we've watched several movies where
movies sometimes are fictional.
We've seen several situations where, like, this girl comes from a rich family, this guy is struggling, and the parents would say, "This is not your caliber." this is not who you should be marrying. You
So
should marry your own level.
the fact if we have
And if
the
the
fact
girl
that
goes on
5 to
to-
10 family does that, can
it's
we?
not
Can,
5 to 10.
Bro.
so no,
Bro,
I'm saying
I'll tell you what, the more
it's relative. It's relative to the individual. It's
In what you've seen,
It's what
I agree, but it's relative to the individual.
Things are happening, bro.
Things are
Okay,
happening.
let's go back
It's
to
relative to the individual. Let's leave it like that. But to me, I feel it's relative to the individual, because if a man knows his self-worth and he has confidence, he knows where he's
himself.
going to in himself. Which family? What did you tell me?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You have a friend that every time he has a problem, he comes to you. You find a way to sort him out. He comes to you the next time. He comes to you the third time. Every time he comes to you to seek help, if you see him here, he's coming here. No matter how much you the human part of you, we are all human. We have blood flowing through our vein. No matter how you see the person, if you are in a situation, would you think of that person first? No, he cannot help me. So it's not like you hate him, it's not like you have any resentment or you feel bad about him. Let's keep him aside first. This one, there's nothing that can come from his side. Let's face somewhere else. That is in context of friend. Now, a wife, God forbid, wait, let me just finish. God forbid, there's a problem between a man and a woman. Financially, the wife runs to the family, they sort them out. First time. Second time, he runs to the family, she runs to the family, they sort them out. Third time, she runs to the family, they sort them out. Fourth time, they will call her and sit down. Alayewa, sit down.
What's your husband
What is your husband doing?
Yes, now, no, to see.
Wait.
So that's why I said. That's why I said Bosun is relative.
Well, it's okay. So you guys should now take it to
It's
that's
relative.
my check question.
Okay.
Did Robert make the wrong call?
by giving her that check?
That 10 million check.
No.
No.
And
Not
this
at
is
all.
my standpoint on that. I would have even given Melinda more.
No.
I would have given her more.
Yeah, not at all.
Because
Good.
No.
because from my own standpoint, it would have been, like I said, I would have been transactional. I would have been, I'll give you half of whatever it was, because you
She
have,
deserved it.
you deserve it.
Another
I would have been open to say, this is how much I got. You have been my partner, not just in this project, but in my life throughout this time.
He would have
Another
asked her,
thing
"What do you want?"
another thing
No.
is- no.
No.
No,
Let me go. Now wait. What do you want? Can bring. See, what do you want? Is an open check. Listen, for me, if I ask you, what do you want? Is an open. I'm not telling you that I'm giving you everything I have. I want to know the intent of your heart. I want to know. Yes, I want
In
to
that
know.
context.
Wait,
Bro,
in that context.
I owe you nothing.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Melinda, what do you want?
I don't owe her that
You're
question.
making it so complicated for yourself.
No. I'm making it. No. But I really want to know her headspace.
Bro, let me
So
tell you.
excuse me, Karibo.
Let me tell you.
If I ask her,
Let me tell you.
She now knows you're a
Let me
rich
tell you
man.
something,
What do you think she wants?
What do you think she wanted?
What do you think she wants?
So it boils down to the fact that she didn't want. Money was not her problem.
No, I don't agree.
no.
Money
I don't
was
agree
not
with
Melinda's
Let me
problem.
say
agree.
something.
Money was not Melinda's
I don't
problem.
agree.
See, I'll still say that we have. Let's just look at the whole thing as the movie context, because in reality, if Melinda,
If Melinda ask you for money,
in reality,
After-
in reality, see, the fact that we don't end up together is not the end of the world. We can still be friends and look out for each other. If Robert has offered her that amount, do you know that Belinda tends to even gain more going forward if she had not gone out on a rage?
Yes. Yes.
Very true.
Yes.
That was
Very
why I was
true.
talking about
Yes.
patience
Yes.
and
Because at the end of the
endurance.
because Robert owes her nothing since they
Nothing.
signed that paper.
True.
I agree.
True.
Now, okay, I've done well enough. The house, I bought it back. The $10 million to start your life. Okay, it's hard to take for a woman. It's hard to take. Okay, let's flip the coin. Let's say it was a man that now came to give $10 million.
First. 1 million first. Soft life.
So Bosun, what do you want from me? What do you want comes from
Okay, see, What do you want?
want?
Sorry, just let me finish this. So, if he had offered her $10 million, bought the house back, there's life after all this thing.
It's interesting that flip.
That's to tell you that money is not what she wanted.
Wait, Collins.
I was not looking for money.
This flip that Bosun flipped here now is very important because my mind just rewired.
Hey,
If I was divorced by someone, by a woman who I have been with for 20 years, that was I invested all my life savings into, and she hammered and she gave me 10 million. I won't bother her life again.
10 million.
I won't bother her.
That's to tell you that. That's to tell you. It boils down to the point that money was not Melinda's wahala.
No, okay. Now,
money was not
Melinda's wahala. Do you know that Melinda went back dressed sexually?
Yes.
The experience was what Melinda was after.
It is not the experience here.
The experience was what Melinda was after, not the money.
Dressed up
to seduce.
Money.
See, at this point, money was on her mind.
Melinda saw that lady come out of the house. She lost it.
Exactly.
Now, namesake Melinda Gates, who divorced Bill Gates. She divorced him. He didn't divorce her. He gave her 35 billion. Do you think that it's disturbing her now that she's divorced from Bill Gates?
No,
I don't think so.
Because I think
Why?
Maybe it was a fair
It was well settled.
deal.
Why?
Yeah.
Why
it was a fair deal.
Okay, why didn't Melinda see it as a fair deal?
Huh?
Why didn't
Maybe to her the money was
Melinda
okay for her.
was the one that divorced him.
No, maybe. See, maybe we don't know. You don't know, Bosun. Maybe that money
Melinda
was.
Gates divorced Bill Gates.
That money was what?
Maybe that money was what she. Maybe. Nobody should judge me. No. Nobody should judge me. I'm saying I don't know the rationale behind her decision. However, if I should say anything, I would say maybe 30 billion was okay.
Was commensurate.
Exactly. But in the case of our lady here we're talking
Melinda.
about.
They said Melinda.
Money. In the case of Melinda,
point now. Do you know
money
that
was not her
the
issue.
moment Melinda
She
gave
needed her man.
sisters that check. What did they say? You better take it to the bank
Bank
tomorrow
confirm.
before
She said she has done that already.
before he changes his mind.
She said she has done that already.
That's to
And what did
tell
she
you.
say? I have done that already. I have called the bank to make sure that money was there.
So
right?
the money was not the issue.
No, it's see.
The money was not the issue. Her man was the issue. The experience was the issue. The life she has lived was the issue. That's the truth.
If Robert
What
did
is
not come
money?
back, would she go back to Robert?
When
Robert first appeared at her office, what did she say? Where did you borrow?
Borrowed the suit from.
See, there was still a tendency that she was going to go back to.
Let
me tell you why. Let me tell you why. I will go back to the bedroom. That conversation she was having inside her, there, should tell you that Robert still had a chance.
No, I'm not talking of Robert. Did not
I'm not
have a
talking
chance.
about the chance here.
See, the concluding factor for me
Yeah.
is this: that Robert, when he kissed her at her office to say, "I have always loved you." See, for men, love is different from the way women see love.
So.
Love comes from a part of, I am here to provide for you. For women, love comes from a point of, this is all of me. So even when he kept telling her, I love you, she never believed him because she didn't see his love from her own perspective.
Exactly.
So Collins, Melinda Gates, Melinda Robert's wife, Melinda Acrimony, it boils down to one thing. Melinda Gates had checked out. When a woman checks out, there's nothing to do in this world.
And it's vice versa. It's vice versa.
When a woman says it's done,
I'm done.
yes, she's done. Melinda Robert's wife was not done.
Yeah.
She checked out of that marriage because of
Pressure.
external
Pressure.
and that was why when the tidings turned to good.
She was ready to
she
go back.
still had a
Had a
chance.
chance.
She was ready to go back.
By then, Robert had
I'd
checked
moved
out.
on.
And on
Check in, check in, check out.
You know what Robert said? He said, I still love you. However, life has moved on.
Yes.
And on that note, we've come to the end of this episode. Special thanks and appreciation to my special guest in the house.
Yo.
Collins, Tammy, Bosun. We've dissected the movie Acrimony from the men's angle. I promise you the women are coming. All these points, they are coming.
You would have read the women now. Let's see. But honestly, you put a demarcation here.
You have to put a barricade.
You put a barricade.
Yeah.
So that they don't cross over.
Just women are coming to dissect ours. Though the men have done theirs, so we're going to keep all these points in hand. So special thank you to you guys for coming over. Thank you for coming, for gracing us and sharing your experiences with us on this beautiful platform. Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Yes, and to all my gangs that are out there, thank you all for watching this particular episode. And this beautiful outfit is from Lanre Aro Signature. They are experts in making outfit for both men, women, family, children, everybody. Unisex outfits in any way, any style, corporate, bespoke, traditional, any style you want.
I think you have to stand though, so
I
they
should
can
sta-
see.
Oh, really? I should stand. Oh,
see.
yes, this is it. Okay, so they do all sorts and they bring out the outfit for you in a way you can never imagine. Okay, so Larry Arrow is on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Larry Arrow _signature on Instagram. Larry Arrow signature on both Facebook and Twitter. Thank you so much for staying with us and for watching this particular episode. If you have not seen Acrimony, please go and watch it and watch this video again so you will understand what we're talking about. Until we come away next on the next episode, stay hydrated, stay rooted, and stay connected. Keep watching Conversations with Omobola.